At pick 9 here, we've got the New Orleans Saints. They're in a tough spot here. We could certainly see them taking a quarterback with Derek Carr's injury. It was reported that he suffered a shoulder injury that could potentially keep him out throughout the entirety of the 2025 season. I'm not sure I necessarily buy that. It'd be really, really bad for the Saints because they're basically on the hook for a ton of dead money with his contract for the next 3 years. So they kind of have to keep him on that roster. So I don't really see them taking a quarterback. If Shedeur Sanders were there at 9, that's possible. But again, I think a lot of people don't really view Shedeur Sanders as a top 10 talent. There are a lot of scouts out there that view him as more like a round 2 talent with just like a big name. I think he's an okay quarterback, but not a guy that I think is going to be a savior for any franchise. So I don't see them taking a guy there. They're certainly going to add a running back at some point in this draft as well. I don't think they're big fans of Kendre Miller. Alvin Kamara, he's great, but he's only going to last so long. Still need to add somebody to replace him at some point there. Could also certainly see them adding a wide receiver. They have just suffered a ton of injuries over the last several years with Chris Olave and Rashid Shaheed, so their wide receiver room finds itself pretty banged up, despite the fact that I think there's a lot of talent there. If McMillan were available there, I could certainly see them taking a shot on him. But the reality here for the Saints is they need help at pretty much every single position. It makes a lot of sense for them to be a team that tries to trade back. Best player available just feels like the right approach for them. And I think that's what they'll try to do. They'll take a running back at some point. He's probably not going to be fantasy relevant as long as Kamara is healthy. They'll probably add a wide receiver or two at some point, but I don't see them really being a super meaningful fantasy contributor unless it's one of those top 2 picks for them, because Olave to me is still the clear wide receiver 1 here. Shaheed flashes the wide receiver 2, has a clear connection with Carr. I don't think anybody's going to step in and be immediately super valuable. And if they ended up taking a rookie quarterback, then this entire offense takes a huge hit. So, if you're invested in the Saints offense, you're probably just hoping that Derek Carr plays this year, and then you're running it back with maybe an improved offensive line. But the Saints are in a really tough spot, bad cap spot, tied down to Derek Carr, who's injured. I would not want to be in the Saints jam right now if I could avoid that.